Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff. Welcome to Tabletop Topics News, where we give you your weather today. Today we're going to be discussing the trajectory of Ian due to the fact that we are going to get 3 to 5 feet of
Storm surge?
storm surge.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
That is fucking nuts.
Yeah, no breaks. We had so many interviews coming up this week. We had to cancel all of them.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to double up tomorrow just in case we lose power, guys. So
Right. That's going to be a bitch.
Yeah, it is going to be a bitch, but yeah, I just thought I'd start it off different. We're the weather channel today, so because we're gonna be in the vicinity of it. And I know some of you listeners are gonna be like, "Are you guys gonna be okay?" I'll be like, and then of course, if you look on TikTok, you'll see all the Floridian memes of us just
bro, we're chilling
or going boating that specific
I've been
day.
doing this shit my whole life.
Yep, or buying beer and just.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Buying beer, hurricane parties, chilling.
Hurricane parties.
We're not really going too crazy unless it's like Cat 4 or 5.
Of course, which even in that case we'd still be here.
If it was, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just like the meme. I'm not fucking leaving.
What the hell? You want me to? No.
Yep.
Where am I gonna go?
Exactly.
That storm is what? 500 miles wide. Yeah, I'm good.
And
bro.
you don't even know. And as far as
I'll save my
they
gas.
know, they don't even know exactly where it's gonna hit too. So it's like people are leaving here to go up to
go to the path of the storm.
Exactly.
What was it with Irma?
Irma.
When people went upstate to like Georgia and shit, and it went directly over them.
Exactly.
And it was just like,
I mean, it wasn't like a Cat 2 or
no,
1.
they got
they
got some pretty strong.
Yeah, because Money Shot was telling me when he went to Georgia with his wife and kids because he had a busted leg, and this was today too. He said the storm still hit him, but it wasn't as bad as it was in Florida
down here.
Yeah, and it was crazy too because even 75, they literally just. There was northbound and southbound traffic. They just made all of it southbound so everybody can get out because people were running out of gas on 75. And it's like, bro, we got back roads.
That's crazy.
Don't do all the roads that everybody do.
Bro, this is what hurricane is this for you? Like in terms of like bad hurricanes.
Remembering?
No, like bad hurricanes. Because I was alive for Charlie.
Charlie was when we were in the eye, right?
All of them.
Well,
I mean bad, I mean like we got wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we
How
got.
long were we out of school for Charlie? Because I know I was in 10th grade.
Shit, I think Charlie was 2 weeks.
So it was just.
It usually runs about 2 weeks.
So
it takes about if it's pretty bad, if the damage is pretty bad, it'll usually take about 2 weeks to clean up, but. That was before we kind of had the infrastructure for that now. With Wilma, that was 2 weeks as well.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Because there was just so much destruction. With Irma, that was 2 weeks as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's 2 weeks of my life.
Fingers crossed now because we got... Bro lives right up the road from a whole electric facility.
Yeah.
So he's going to be the first one with power. You already know where I'm going to be at.
So even if we are out, then it'll probably be out for 2-3 days.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I mean that's what happened with my buddy Skyler because he lives right next to a not power plant.
Bro, he lives in like the main hub.
recycling facility.
Yeah.
So they had to get power.
They needed the power back on.
Yeah.
But now he lives in an even better location.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have the school on one side, you got Germain Arena on the other side, you have the Amazon facility on the other side.
So he's in a perfect location.
Oh, dude.
So even if he's out of power, it's
probably black out for like 3 seconds. What the fuck?
He's like, oh, the electricity went out. Oh, never mind, we're back on.
Oh man,
Dude, if I don't get back on after 2-3 days, I'm gonna be heading towards his house.
Oh, dude, that's
like, bro. I'll bring my tower to so I can shower in the guest bathroom.
That'd be fine. They just redid it.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. I'll be the first.
You get to break in the tub.
I'll be the first.
Break in the shower, bro.
What
the heck?
Negro used it first.
Oh man. What's the? I don't know. For you, what was the scariest? Like, when did you realize hurricanes weren't as scary as they were made out to be?
I guess when we got older, because again, too,
Wilma was okay. Charlie Wilma was in Immokalee.
Okay, so what was the one where mom burned her hand?
That was Charlie.
Okay, so Charlie, that was pretty scary, but that's because of the fire.
Yeah, that was really because
there was no like flooding in the house or anything like that, so it wasn't anything too major. Of course, I mean for me, Charlie was Sanders, the rat.
No, that was Wilma.
Then
that's how I know you've been alive a long time.
Bruh.
This motherfucker don't even know. He's just like one of them, bro.
One of them.
One of them.
So
that's how the average Floridian thinks about
But
shit.
Wilma, I was kind of happy there was no school. I mean, we got water in our house because our windows were shitty. But there are old structural buildings. But I loved it too because we were upstairs. So anybody that was downstairs, they got water in their house.
Parking lot, bro. When we went to the parking lot, the water was up to my hip, bro. Yep. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
I think the suckiest part about that was right after Irma passed, like a bone-chilling cold front came through. And it was like 48 degrees. That's cold. That's Florida cold. So don't even come at me.
Don't judge us, guys, because I know
that was Florida cold.
Because I know you guys are going to be like, well, negative 32 degrees is
Yeah, fuck that. It was
summer
Florida
breeze.
Cold, bro. It was Florida cold.
Yeah, everybody from up north that moved down here wearing shorts.
Bro, that was
freezing
crazy.
to death.
Yeah, man. So Wilma passes through, and then like cold front came through right after, and it was just like, my God, it was so cold. Yeah. But if I had to choose, I would choose that over Irma.
Gotcha.
Because it was hot. When I tell you hot, bro. So I think the day after it passed, the day after it passed, we had this crazy breeze because, like the tailwind.
Of course.
That's the storm is pulling with it. So we had all the windows open and nice breeze, like strong breeze coming in through the house, like really airing out the place.
It was nice and cool.
Yeah. It was nice and cool. But after that, boy, the air was stale and the humidity was heavy.
It was hitting hard, yeah.
It was hitting hard, and we were out of power for 2 weeks, and every day we were getting baked. Mm-hmm. It got so hot.
Well, on top of going to work, too, it was crazy because it was like people were in the gas stations.
The secret gas stations.
The secret gas stations,
Nobody knew about.
Well, the thing was, too, is what time would you and Mom get up at, like, 2 in the morning and just chill in the car? Because you guys would let me use your car. And then,
right, because we'd rotate cars.
Yeah, so basically I would keep my car at the house. You would take my car, fill it up with gas, and then I'd take either Mom's or yours. And then we just keep rotating over and over again. Only because...
We're sleeping in the cars, bro. There was no AC, man.
I was sleeping outside. What you talking about?
Okay, fuck you. You and your... I'm a survivalist ass motherfucker.
Man,
Get the hell out of... This man was tutting, straight planking on his back.
No, you
got this heat, bro.
You gotta explain what tutting means, because a lot of people know.
So Jeff's weird, and I mean weird in the way that when this man sleeps, you'd have thought it was his final resting place.
Because I seem like I'm dead.
This dude sleeps arms straight on his side, head facing straight up, and he's out. And I mean deep sleep, too. This man planks on his back when he sleeps. And while everyone is suffering, because you got to understand that, be in mind, like, we're all kind of overweight. So the heat wasn't doing us any favors. And, like, we're all sleeping, and I'm waking up every 10 minutes in a pool of sweat.
And then you'd go to the car and be
I'd
super cold.
Yeah, and I'd go to my car
and go back
turn
inside.
the car on, run the AC, blast the AC, and I start freezing to death. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm going back inside.
Bro, you guys were sleeping in that car.
It was so painful.
Neck pain.
But it got to the point where I was just like, fuck it. I'd rather be uncomfortable but not hot. So I just took my comforter, and then I just went to the car and just blasted the AC till like the sun came up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because all our tanks were full.
Because we had the secret gas station no one knows about. They still don't know about it.
Don't tell them about it.
Don't tell them about
it's
it.
Secret.
Yeah? Only we know the secret gas station. You will never know.
It's secret.
It's secret. It's a secret.
It's secret gas station.
But we always had fuel because we know exactly where to go to get gas. But when I tell you, it was so hot, man. The floorboards peeled.
All you had to do with this.
The floorboards.
I know you guys were
peeling.
upset with me that I was sleeping good, but
Hell
one.
You had to suffer.
We put up the windows. We opened the windows at night. That was one, so the cool breeze would go through. 2, we took cold showers. It
didn't do shit.
It cooled down your body.
No. Here's what. No.
He's like, no, bitch.
No. The humidity, Jeff. It was hot at night as well. Even with the windows open, there was no wind. Once the storm rode out, left, it took the wind with it. Because you got to understand, we get our wind patterns cross-continental. Yeah. So if a storm that's 500 to 1,000 miles wide is sucking on the wind with it, there's no wind left.
Just humidity.
You know what I'm saying? And everything was flooded for about 2-3 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, power lines everywhere.
Power lines all over the ground. We had isolated tornadoes.
You're talking about the roads wise, because I know that the fields were still flooded. Areas of the house were still flooded. People were riding in their boats.
Yeah, people were doing airboats across the neighborhoods and stuff like that or
they're doing the drones and taking photos.
Yeah.
And aerial videos.
Because the way Lehigh is set up, it's almost like Venice, Italy. If you ever look at Lehigh from an aerial perspective, there's canals everywhere. Mm-hmm. And they're not little baby canals. You could take a boat down the canal. You know what I'm saying? So all the canals got overflooded. This is before any of the new infrastructure we had. Now we actually have water pumps.
Yeah.
That continuously pull the water and push it away. And it's not just sitting there, just filling up, waiting for it to evaporate or, for the next hot day or dry summer.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? After Irma, that was kind of hey, we haven't had a storm in 12 years. We never knew what we needed and didn't need. And what we needed was infrastructure. We needed a sturdy electric grid. Now we have way more power lines.
Yeah, that's true.
Way more power lines.
And of course, the help from Georgia,
all those, everyone came
South
through,
Carolina,
right?
Yeah, they all came down and helped.
National Guard was helping us out. Yeah. Red Cross was helping us out.
Man, we didn't get that canned water.
Right, that canned water was good. I swear I had to lie to myself.
Oh man, yeah, it's delicious. As soon as the water came back on, he's like, I don't want it.
That's when I knew water was the greatest drink on earth.
Yep.
Because even in that, I found a way to believe that water tasted good.
Even though you can taste the metallic.
It was so... Well, it looked
it's
like
it sat there in the warehouse
right, it was in a warehouse.
And the
Bro, we probably got fucking... something poisoning or some shit.
But the metallic... I was like...
Nah, that shit tasted like they put bleach tablets in it.
Yeah, bruh, just to keep...
Tasted like they put bleach.
It was weird. But
and then we had those food ration packets. Mm-hmm. So it was like survival food or military food.
Military food, yeah.
Yeah, it was military food where you'd get whatchamacallit, mashed potatoes, gravy, and steak in a non-perishable squeeze package.
Yeah, we didn't eat that shit.
Oh man, my favorite. You gotta understand, Jeff. I was eating all of it. I was not gonna complain.
Oh, I know. I was
not gonna complain,
bro. You were on your own.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. This is for my survival. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking live. What the hell,
bro?
In that situation, I don't have time to be picky.
It's not even that. When we were in the rat, you gotta understand something. Everybody was sharing their grills, their stoves.
That's
all
what
that
I miss.
Stuff.
It was such a tight community.
It was a tight community. Everybody knew everybody. So it was like, even though we didn't have a grill, if mom needed to make rice or chicken or anything like that,
one of the neighbors would let her borrow the grill.
Exactly, and that was the thing.
We'd have bonfires.
So yeah, and at night we would be chilling outside.
But it was cool. It was cold. It was cool. It was 58 degrees. You know what I'm saying? But like.
Because that one decided to happen like late October.
It happened late October. It was actually Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Yeah, same thing with Charlie. Charlie was also Friday the 13th.
Should be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the thing that was awesome about Wilma, one, I was a kid, so I didn't have the responsibilities of an adult. So it was just like, ooh, free time. No school, free time. I'm just going to fuck around.
But then it was hot as shit. We didn't have any cable, and we were fucked. So it was like we had... But then again, we did play outside.
Right. But then when Irma rolled around, we only had Dave. Dave was our only neighbor.
Yeah, that's true.
Dave was our only neighbor.
That's true. But at that time, he already gave us the grill.
He had given us the grill, and that was a lifesaver because all we needed was some propane. Boy, we was whipping it.
Yep. We
was cooking every day.
Well, and that's the best part about working in retail, especially if you get in early, you automatically get when you guys needed propane. I just went into the store early at that time when I was when I was in Bonita, and literally I said, "Can I exchange this for that?" But I said I don't have my propane tank, so the store manager was gracious enough to make me pay the price of the propane before I replaced it, and I just brought the propane tank the next day. So it was kind of cool. It was
clutch, man. And I worked in seafood, so I had exclusive access to the ice machine.
That's awesome. Yeah,
which was awesome because we had like a deep freezer chest in the kitchen. And we knew it was going to go out. So what I would do, I'd just bring home trash bags of ice.
I remember you did that, yeah.
Just trash bags of ice and just dump it in the deep chest freezer.
Just to keep the stuff that we had in there
cool. And I like that was different. I like that. The only thing that really ruined that whole thing for me was just the heat. I could not do it.
Yeah. And you think that's what it's going to be again?
The heat?
Yeah.
Shit, you got FPL, boy. I'm out here. I don't know what you're talking about.
You in FPL we trust, huh?
Yeah, because FPL was the first people to get their power back. What the hell? FPL was the first people. Because you got to understand, LCEC leases their lines
to FPL
from FPL.
Yeah,
that's FPL's grid.
Yeah, so they're just using it, which is why they charge LCEC
double.
Users.
Yeah, double. That's why they charge double. And when I was kind of looking through, what upgrades they did to the power grid, the infrastructure of the power grid, bro, they actually have like rerouting transformers. Like if one line falls, they will find a way to get that power around that downed line into your home.
Wow. Okay.
And then instead of waiting for the storm to pass before they send out a crew to go survey the damage, they have drones now that they showed us. They have drones now that can withstand hurricane force winds and find out where the power has gone out before the storm passes.
Wow. And
know exactly where to go to fix it instead of waiting for us to call it up and be like, hey, there's no power
lines down here. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Because I know when we did, it took them about a week and a half to finally get out.
That shit was crazy.
Because they showed up 3 days after the Hurricane Irma and then cut down the trees so the power lines, because there was trees on the power lines.
Because they were only, sorry to cut you off, but they were only focused on repairing things that didn't have a lot of risk. The reason why it took them so long to repair ours. Because remember, they repaired everyone else. None of the power lines in our neighborhood went down except for the one across our house.
Exactly.
The only reason why is because an isolated tornado came through. That's what ripped the entire water system off of the thing. Mama had to get it replaced. But a tornado came through and dropped that huge... I'm not going to say oak tree, but it was a big-ass fucking tree.
Yeah, because they had to cut the entire thing.
They had to cut the tree. We lost that tree. cut the whole tree down because it was sitting on the power line, and then the power line was on the ground while the street was flooded.
Which is why we couldn't leave.
Which is why we couldn't leave the house. We were essentially trapped in our
because I know the company was trying to call us and find out where we're at, and we had to drive all the way down to Daniels just to get signal because there was no signal for cell towers.
All cell towers were out. We were trying to drive around in the dark. I think the one thing, and I know this is going to sound pretty cheesy, I think the most beautiful thing in that moment was
everyone working together
at night.
Oh, where it was really dark.
It was so dark.
It was different though,
and you can see all the stars. You could, for the first time in a while, you could see all the stars.
And it was different because, again, too, like, even though there was no light, people were driving at night. Everybody was working together. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's crazy to me when people are like, "Oh, when the lights go out, there's going to be chaos." No, there's not. No, there's
people
not.
People were checking on us. Yeah, hey, are you good?
Yeah, it's not even that too. There was not even any cops just policing everything because, of course, they had other things to do. Yeah. But it's not like they're at every street light.
People were policing themselves.
Exactly. So it was just organized. Everything was just organized. It's not like people. I don't know. I think a lot of people just assume that there would be chaos in hurricanes, especially in Florida. But no, we already know how to conduct ourselves. Now, if we were in a different state where
we're in a city,
I'd be fucking freaking out. That'd be different, you know. If you had mudslides or forest fires like other states, I'd be like, we gotta get the fuck out of here because I'm not used to it. But hurricanes is something that we always get,
bro, since birth.
Exactly. That's why we got a season for it from June to November 1st?
31st.
Oh, November 31st.
Oh, yeah. We got 2 more whole months, buddy.
2 more whole months. So that's why everybody's creating these TikToks freaking out about the hurricanes. Or they're saying, oh, Floridians compared to people who just moved to Florida. Yeah. They're like regular Floridians compared to new Floridians. Yeah. And they're like, oh, my God, I got to get this. I got to get this.
It's like with Dave. The first time he moved here, like, he was new to the area, and like when Irma was coming through, not even just with Irma, I think with what was the other one? It started with Harvey, when Harvey was coming through as well. He boarded up his windows. Mm-hmm. You know, what I'm saying? And we didn't. You know, we're just like, bruh, the houses are just built like that.
Well, I think he boarded them and then he left too.
And then he left. Yeah. Yes, he boarded them and left. You're absolutely right.
We didn't go anywhere.
We went nowhere.
We just we stopped being weird.
Now he's just chilling.
Yeah.
But the new neighbors, like 90% of the people who moved into the neighborhood, which is a lot, because we got a lot of people within the past since Irma. There's been like 10, 15 new homes.
So they're freaking out.
Because
they've never been through a hurricane.
Because I took a trip around the neighborhood and I saw all of them boarding up their windows. Like some folks from Jersey were boarding up their windows and stuff like that. I was like, bro, don't worry, man. You're gonna be all right.
Your houses are made on
your house. Yeah, your houses are actually built up to code, like the newest code. You know what I'm saying? So is yours. Yeah. Yours is built to the newest code. So impact windows, shutters, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, there's none to reinforce the garages. Like, there's literally barred slats in every fold in the garage before it goes up. So you should be good. And then they have the bolts that you can bolt shut and latch them down.
Yeah, we should be fine. Like I said, I know that it probably might be crazy, but I'm still gonna put up the hurricane shelters.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
To be prepared. So
do that. Yeah.
That would definitely do tomorrow, just to be ready for that. But,
for sure.
Yeah, but during hurricanes, man, it's like they always say, nonchalant, chilling, relaxing. Again, too, every time
it's a day off.
Every time we do get hurricanes, the craziest thing is we sell beer. And then, of course, I call it piss beer because there's more water in it than there is actual alcohol. So Budweiser, Michelob Ultra.
Get drunk. Enjoy the hurricane,
Coors, Miller Lite, all that. I mean, everybody just grabs their beer, their American flag. They stand outside in the crazy wind. They start drinking it.
Some people go surfing.
That was oddly specific, guys.
Bruh. Some people go surfing. Freaking
Yeah.
Coop hit up the group chat. Hey, y'all want to go surf the waves tomorrow? I was like, yeah, fuck no.
Yeah. Or your boy Brad, where he's like,
bro,
on his
he gave us
Snapchat.
a tour on this snap. So he's going over the bridge. He's like, yeah, this is the last time you'll see this nice view. You see that? That's the Bay Area where the storm's gonna come through and wipe everything off the face of the earth. I'm like, Jesus. Oh bruh. Man, that shit's too funny. But but that's the thing. Like, I feel like as a state, we can all just kind of come together and just like fucking laugh at it.
And that's the thing, we're joking about it.
We joke about it.
And I think the funny thing is the only people that I notice that get triggered are either like I said, the new people that moved into Florida or people that don't live in Florida at all.
Or don't live.
They're like, oh, you guys need to take this seriously. Like they said, they set up evacuation routes for certain people, but we all stay, or most of us stay. Some people go into hotels, especially if their house is like on flat land. And
if your house is on flat, or if you're near the coast.
Yeah, like if you're near
or the inlets,
Sanibel or Fort Myers Beach,
Captiva, Charlotte,
definitely get into
Marco,
higher ground or anything like that. But other than that, everybody else, we're gonna stay. I mean, unless you want to get stuck on 75 again, and then lose gas.
Yep. Man, I already knew it was gonna be some bullshit when, and that's the thing, because like it didn't dawn on me the moment they released the forecast track for Ian. Everyone just left their house.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, I just want to fill up gas. I have like a training to do in the next couple of days.
Exactly.
So I'm driving and I see long lines
and you're like,
everywhere.
I ain't doing this.
I'm like, fuck, here we go again.
I ain't doing this.
I'm like, here we go again, man.
The only time I'd say you'd be actually to do is if you wake up at like 2 a.m. and go to a 24-hour gas station, because that's when people are actually sleeping.
Right.
So I mean, and then your best bet of finding gas would be better, because the 24-hour gas stations are always open, so it will be easy for you to at least find 1 or 2 pumps. Because I know there's a lot of red bags over certain things, certain gas stations.
That's facts. I think the next best thing to invest in is those like Generac generator batteries.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you already have the solar panel. If you had the battery storage.
Yeah, but they told me that would be another 15K. Yeah. 15K to store energy and install it into.
But I feel like it
it
pays so much.
Yeah, it would.
My gosh,
yeah, because it shuts off. It takes you off the grid 100%.
You're off of the grid 100. So like, let's say
because it stores the energy, and then when it's full at nighttime, it'll automatically click on.
So during the day you're running on solar, and then at night you're running on battery. You're not really paying an electric bill. You're just paying for the generator.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
You're just paying for the generator. You see what I'm saying? So and it beats like gas powered shit like that.
Yeah, like what do you talk? Especially if like you said, the electricity goes out. So whatever energy it collects,
it just well, you'll always have energy because you'll be running on it. Like let's say the grid goes out, right? Now you're running on the solar power 24/7.
Yeah,
but that's fine because each panel's producing 54 watts. Not even. Almost 90 watt. Hold on, let me check. Because you and Mom have like the same model of solar panels.
No, it is the same model. It's just different companies.
Really?
Yeah, same model.
Wait, but
she has FPL. I have FPL.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the electric. I mean like the actual.
Yeah, same panel. We call it the same people.
Solar rays and stuff. So, if I check the energy produced today.
But I have 100%. She only has 85 or 95. I get 100% sun.
Oh yeah, because I have no trees in the area
in the back.
Yeah, she gets like 95. Because I won't get 5% difference.
Yeah,
5% difference. So today, her home produced 63 kilowatt hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're chilling, bro. You're chilling. And then it says you can power a 100-watt light bulb for
this amount of days.
5 years. That's
Jesus.
dumb. 100-watt light bulb for 5 years. That's dumb.
Jeez, that's a lot.
That's a lot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all you would need is just slap a battery. I know it's $15K. Let me not, try to write that off.
Well, yeah. Because that's another on top of the
Right.
what I purchased. So.
But I feel like that would, especially since your house is new, you got a lot of life left to live, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. And if I can make it more efficient than it is,
Right, it's gonna pay you back.
It is gonna pay me back.
It's gonna pay you back, bro.
Like it took almost a year, but it started finally paying. I mean, I was paying at the beginning of the year $9 a month for electricity, and people would look at me like I hate you.
Should have went solar, bro.
People look at me like I hate you.
Should have went solar, bro. We're called the Sunshine State. Why is that not like our selling point?
Yeah, exactly.
Granted, like I've seen a whole bunch of people since that whole solar boom that happened down here a few years back, because that was 2020.
That was 2020. And of course, I'm producing more solar compared to last year's.
Right.
And
exactly.
That's last year's, and we're still in September, and this is this year, so it's even higher. It's even going to be higher this year than it was last year. So I'm doing very well on that, and of course, like they say, it's a long-term investment. So
yes, it is. But you'll start seeing the benefits soon. Like, you'll have a solar bill, but it's like you can still get credits on it through tax.
Yeah, definitely, exactly like I did this year, and I'm gonna do again next year too.
It'll roll. The credits will roll over.
So it's an incentive. So you get solar, you get an incentive.
You get
just
an
like
incentive.
if you were to get an electric car.
Like, I don't see why that's such a
The only thing that's gonna suck is for people who with just electric cars, because if they got no electricity,
right,
that's the downfall.
Ooh,
that is the downfall.
I didn't even think about.
Yeah, that's why they always
Granted,
that's why I always say keep an electric car and keep a gas car just in case.
That electric car is going to be a power source.
Yeah, until it runs out of juice.
That's a lot of juice, though.
Unless they have a generator that they can charge it with.
Like the bullshit.
But then that's just gas.
You're gonna charge your
electric
car with a gas generator.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm dead. Hell no. That's nuts, man. That's nuts.
But I think this is an interesting topic because, like I said, it is coming, and it's just to give our listeners a heads up on if there's not
if there's not an episode,
a Thursday episode, it's because
we've gone missing.
We've gone MIA.
Ian took us.
Ian took us,
bro. Watch me joke about it, and that shit actually happened.
Right? I heard you were talking about me. It's time to take you now,
bro. Well, the way the track is looking, because that
it keeps shifting.
It keeps shifting east. Because originally it was aimed for the Panhandle, then the Big Bend, then now it's Tampa Bay area. But that cold front boundary that's moving south. What are you doing, kid? Yeah, you know I'm talking to you.
Bruce is being weird again.
He's being weird again. Oh man. But that front that's moving down here is like it's essentially slowing it down and stalling it and forcing it more eastward. So which is why the hurricane watches and warnings keep extending
towards us. Yeah, because we're only supposed to get the bands, which is 60-mile-per-hour winds.
That's no joke.
No, it's not a joke. Which is why, like I said.
Yeah, what you kept telling me, how people keep telling me, it's gonna miss us.
Well, because this is the issue. Let me show you the issue. When people are when the weatherman is reading the forecast on the direction of where the hurricane is coming, they're looking at the little red circle. That's not the hurricane, guys.
That's the eye.
That's the eye of the hurricane. Look at the circumference of the entire thing.
Look at that shit on a map. Exactly. It covers the whole state,
exactly.
Bro.
It covers the whole state. Just because we're not going to get hit by the eye doesn't mean the bands are not going to destroy trees, flood roads, and destroy property. I don't think people understand what that means.
That's like 1 billion tons of water, man.
Exactly.
Like, that's not no little...
There's a shit ton of canals, a shit ton of beaches, a shit ton of rivers, a shit ton of lakes. Exactly. It's
swamp.
Exactly. Bro. And it's going to affect that. When the surge happens after, it's all going to come onto the land. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. So everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's not going to hit us. It shifted. Yeah, it's not, but we're still getting the bands, and the bands are still 60 miles an hour. You want to drive
in 60 mile an hour wind?
Good luck,
bro.
All right.
Good luck. And the bands produce. That's where most of the tornadoes are produced.
Exactly.
There's
still going to be damage.
Quadrant.
Yeah, there's still going to be damage. That's what a lot of people don't understand. And our road, they said 3 to 6 feet of rain of water.
Yeah,
3 to 6 feet of
and even
water.
an inch of water,
not inches, feet.
Feet, boy. I literally told you when Wilma passed, the water was at my hip.
Yep, 3 to 6 feet. Yeah. Like when we were upstairs in the rat, our stairs were filled with water. That's why I felt bad for the people downstairs.
No, I think the neighbors further down.
Oh, they sanded. They put sand.
No, not sand. They allowed them to come upstairs because everyone downstairs was getting flooded in.
Yeah.
So a lot of people started like rooming with their upstairs neighbors.
Not us.
Yeah. Well, bro, even water was coming in because the wind was blowing so hard.
Yeah. It was angling at the window, so it's going through. So
it was coming through the window, coming through the door. So we had to throw towels
and whatever type of cloth. And that's why I said I'm gonna put up my hurricane shelters just in case, because
that way the water don't come.
The water come in. So, but no, still, it's just amazing to me that some people have lived in Florida as long as they did, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not getting hit by the eye, but we're getting hit by the bandwidth. Yeah, it's still gonna fucking affect you. Yeah, it's gonna fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? Trees are still gonna break. Electricity will still go out. Oh, and they're like, and the best part is, oh, it's only gonna be a Cat 2. I'm like, that's what Irma was, and we were out of power for 2 weeks.
It was actually a Cat 3.
Oh, it hit Miami at a Cat 3.
No, it raked. No, because remember.
Oh, 4. It hit them at a 4.
It raked the Keys as a 5.
Okay, and it hit Miami.
No, it didn't even go through Miami.
What was it?
Because remember, it was supposed to go up the east coast.
But it said nope.
And it was like, no, it went through the strait. It went right through the strait. That the little strip of water right between the Keys and Cuba. Mm-hmm. So it went right up that strait and then curved, hugged the coast, and then smashed into Marco. So smashed the Keys as a Cat 5, and then smashed into Marco as a Cat 4. By the time it reached us in Lehigh, it was a Cat 3.
By the time it reached Orlando, Tampa, it was a Cat 2.
It was a Cat 2.
Gotcha. And then went through Georgia.
So it's not like, oh, touch land, die. No. Like, that's not how it works.
Oh, shit. Touch
land, die. The storm is 500 miles wide. Like,
yeah.
That's not how it happens.
And I don't think people are understanding that. All they keep seeing is, oh, it's not gonna hit us.
That thing's so misleading.
Oh, it's not gonna hit us. I think they should stop using that little red cyclone on there, because a lot of people think that's the size of it, and that's not it. That really isn't it. That's the eye.
Just the eye. But that's where you feel the hurricane. So like when they say 180 mile per hour winds or 100 mile per hour winds, that circle around the hole punched in the middle of the storm. Uh-huh. So the hole punched in the middle of the storm is the eye.
Yes.
Nothing's going on in there.
No, it's quiet.
That thick band around it, that's where you're getting those crazy winds. Mm-hmm. That's, peeling roofs and shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, people, like I said, hurricanes in Florida are not bad when we do get them, because most of the time, last one was 5 years ago. So it's not like we get them every hurricane season.
The last one before that was 12 years
ago. 12 years ago. But that's what I'm saying. So if people do choose to move to Florida, hopefully it doesn't deter them from that because of the hurricanes. But other than that, Florida is a great place to live.
Well, people don't, not discount it. No, people don't credit that when they move. Because you got to understand, why did most people move to Florida? Because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was cheaper, yeah.
And it was cheaper. You're getting away from the city, the politics of it all up there, and you come down here, and it's nice.
It is. It is.
It's beautiful. It's nice. The weather's always great. You can always go to the beach. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have different seasons, you know, in which you can do different activities, you know.
One season where we can do different activities.
Well, no, because you have summer, because rainy season doesn't start.
I'm joking, Jeff.
Stop.
Well, because it's funny because spring is hot, summer's rainy, fall.
No. Spring is hot. Summer is hell. Fall is rainy.
We get a lot of rain. We get a lot of rain, though.
Fall is rain. No, we get most of our rain in the fall.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when the cold fronts start pushing the rain down here. So that's where most of our rainy season comes from, the fall.
Yeah, you're right.
But in the winter, go to the beach.
Yes.
Go to the beach.
That's when it's nice.
It's delicious outside, bro. Oh my!
You'll get the 40s or 30-degree weather.
Yeah, the day starts off at 30 or 40.
So it's cool breeze with hot sun. It's perfect.
Cool breeze all day.
Yep.
And then the temperature peaks. Like, your hottest day in winter is like 70 degrees.
Yes, and it still feels good.
And it's good.
Still feels good.
And it's like a dry.
And of course, when we actually get a real winter, it's in January, February.
Right, when it starts getting like mid-30s. That's when it starts getting scary.
Yeah, that's when you got to start protecting your crops and shit. Bro. But our weather is weird. But other than that, like I said, 200-something days out of the year, it's really nice. It really is.
It is, man.
It's different.
But just keep in mind,
we do get hurricanes.
We got hurricanes,
but it's not consistent.
It's not consistent. It really isn't.
It'll be here.
Like, you can move here after Ian and never have a hurricane for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
And you'll think, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and then you'll ask yourself, would you rather want that cold front?
I'd pick that over tornadoes, snowstorms, mudslides, earthquakes, fires, droughts. What the hell? That floods. That sounds like the 12 circles of hell, damn it.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm not doing that. No earthquakes, especially not no tornadoes. Yeah, you get tornadoes and hurricanes, but like, how often do you get a hurricane?
Like
you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting bone-chilling negative 30 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting blizzards.
And it's crazy too, because since climate change has occurred, winter has been starting in October instead of towards the end of November, or sometimes even before that, September. Like the end of September, you start seeing snow, which is crazy. It's insane how early snow is starting to fall in the upper regions.
Winters are getting brutal.
Winters are getting not only brutal, but they're starting earlier. So that's crazy to me. But like I said, here, not only is it very spacious, but it's warm 24/7.
For sure.
200-some days a year, and then on top of that, where everything that they're building is new. It hasn't been there already.
Everything is. That's what I keep telling everyone.
Everything is brand new. Southwest Florida, Florida in general, is just getting there.
Everything's new.
Everything is new.
We have new high-speed rail that they're building from Miami to Orlando to Tampa to Jacksonville to Tallahassee. That's high-speed rail, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting that. Everything we're getting in Florida is new.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't realize that, because Florida really didn't start popping off until the 80s.
Yeah.
With the whole Miami Vice, vibe shit.
Yeah.
And Miami was really like one of the first biggest hubs for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere else was just swamp. When was Disney World built? 40s? 50s?
So.
Yeah,
50, because they're celebrating 50 years.
Exactly.
Disney World is celebrating 50 years. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, man. This is the era of Florida, bro. Yeah. This is the boom of Florida.
And again, no state tax.
No state tax.
Housing is still relatively cheap, or you can build, and then there's a lot of space. Imagine living in a city your entire life, breathing in toxic air, and then you come to Florida and you're like...
And you live longer. Why do you think these old people don't want to die?
Yeah.
Why do you think these old people don't want to die, bro?
Is this what fresh air smells like?
Yeah, this is real fresh-ass air, bro.
It smells delicious.
And your water's not contaminated. You don't have toxic water.
Boy, you'll know this.
Bro.
Boil it before you drink it.
You have rivers everywhere. You have beaches everywhere. You have lakes everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
There's trees everywhere. You actually get to see nature.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, It's just different.
It's different.
It's different. I know a lot of people say, "Oh man, I want to move out of Florida." Nah, motherfucker. There's a reason why everyone's moving here. We got to deal with the least amount of bullshit.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? We deal with the least. But
what would you say? What would you say about Texas though?
Texas is dry. They have tornadoes.
And winters.
And an independent power grid that goes off if it's too hot or if it's too cold. Why do I want to live there? Why the fuck do I want to live there?
I know. I heard that too. Like their power grid is separated from the entire United States.
They literally have an independent power grid.
That's crazy to me. I've never heard of that before. Like you're in the United States, but your power grid is separated from the United States.
That's tough.
Damn.
That's tough. Why would I want to move to Texas?
Privately owned.
No, sir.
That's where Elon Musk is building his future city.
Hey, go ahead.
He's gonna build his own power grid.
Exactly. Go ahead. Do what you got to do, man. But Florida's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's where space happens. Mm-hmm. Space stations and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
We got it all. If the only thing that's keeping you from here is because we're a red state, too bad. More fucking paradise for me.
Yeah, I mean we're a red state, but it doesn't feel.
It don't feel like
it. Doesn't feel like.
Yeah, it don't feel like whatever you hear on the news. Trust me, we ain't suffering like that.
And we like guns.
And we like guns.
Pew pew.
Yep. Whatever you hear on the news, we ain't suffering like that. I'll tell you that for real.
Yeah, what you hear and what you actually experience are two different things.
Yeah, we have issues, of course.
Every state does.
What state doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, ain't shit that.
Because they over exaggerate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
mm-hmm.
But no, yeah. So I mean, what do you how do you prepare yourself for this hurricane, Jeff?
Man,
our audience might want to know because you're Florida born.
I used to be so obsessed with like weather.
Yeah, I remember you asked for it.
When I was a kid.
Remember you asked for it.
I didn't ask for shit.
You didn't ask
the
for
hurricane does whatever it wants. I'm not that powerful. I'm not omnipotent.
Irma.
Get out of here. I didn't ask for Irma.
Yeah, you did. Why you lying then?
I knew Irma was for the
Bro, why you lying?
I knew Irma was for the
like, yes, we're finally getting a hurricane.
But like for me, like since I was a kid, not even because I had a dream when I was a kid, not a actual sleep.
That
dream.
One day,
but
we shall all be together in this nation.
I hate you. I hope you know that before the storm gets us. I hope that's the last thing you. No, right? I'm kidding. I love you, man. But yeah, man. Like when I was a kid, like I wanted to be a meteorologist. I was just always obsessed with science, just every avenue of science, and weather was one thing that just really blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came to, because it was something. Because like with me, I find excitement in fear.
Same.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like
remind me of Black Summoner.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like being faced with fear gets me excited. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's a weird thing. Like
it's not, because I have the same thing.
Right. Too. So like just seeing the destructive power, barring the deaths and the casualties, but the destructive power on how nature works. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It was just so intriguing to me as a kid, and I just grew like I grew up as a kid wanting to be a meteorologist, to study weather and stuff like that, and even got to the point where like all the teachers, whatever grade I went to, they already knew, because like all the other teachers would talk about it. And I remember even in the 4th grade or 5th grade, they allowed me to like, when they started doing school news and shit, they allowed me to go on the school news.
Yeah, I remember you took a picture with a CBS meteorologist.
Yeah, and they'd let me do the weather report and stuff, and I do the weather report for the week and whatnot. And it got so far to the point where they took me to one of the broadcasting stations, not the Waterman Broadcasting, but one of the broadcasting stations in Southwest Florida. And I got to meet one of their chief meteorologists, and I took pictures with him, and he showed me the entire setup and the studio and everything. It was just so awesome. And like ever since I was a kid,
you're fascinated by that.
I was just fascinated by hurricanes.
Bro, that man was waiting for you too. He's like, where the hell is he? Isn't he like 27 now?
That's wild.
He's still waiting for you.
Nah, bro. they killed that dream for me. I remember the day I gave up on that dream was I was in the 6th or 7th grade, and I believe we were in the school library, and I brought that up. I kind of started talking about it, and I overheard 2 teachers talking about it. And when I think about it, the teachers at that time were my age that I am now.
Oh, okay.
So in my mind, I'm like, how could you talk like that? But knowing me now, I would have flamed myself too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what happened?
So they pretty much joked about it. They cracked jokes about it and da da da. They're like, oh, it's a dead end job. You're gonna get paid to guess, and shit like.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Oh no, they did not cut. Nope, they did not.
They didn't sugarcoat shit for
no,
nobody.
Sir, bruh. That was. I think that was like one instance of okay, this is real life.
Gotcha.
Shit for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of overheard them.
Reality.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I kind of overheard them, laughing and cracking jokes about it. It doesn't like they were making fun of like just the profession. It's just they're like, "Oh, it's a dumbed down scientist. You're not even a real scientist." Damn. Yeah, it was just like it was crazy. It was crazy as fuck.
Pseudoscience.
It was pseudoscience. You're not really doing anything. You're just reading off of a graph that other people are actually doing the work and shit like that. I was like, oh,
and
okay.
They get paid 6 figures just to do that.
Right, just to read off of shit like that. And I was like, okay, I get it. Little did I know there's levels to it. Of course. Two meteorologists. There's like different types of meteorology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, growing up in Florida, it was just, okay, hurricanes, tornadoes, give the forecast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I had continued that and really understand that, and I understand that now, but like, that was just kind of one segment of me just being interested in science in general.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I always excelled in physics. I always excelled in...
You wanted to explore that aspect.
Right. In biology... human anatomy, physiology. And I did that all throughout school. Every chance that I got, I would take multiple science courses just to, enrich myself with what was out there, or what the universe had the information the universe had to offer me. But like in that case, I feel like that kind of killed that for me. But I still always had that interest in science. Mm-hmm. But it just wasn't as focused on meteorology in that aspect. Yeah. But but for me, like, hurricanes were just like, it was just the fear aspect, but the excitement in that fear, like, wow, that's pretty crazy. I wonder, like, the wind is blowing so fast, it's moving the car.
It's like when you're watching a tornado.
Form. Tornadoes are insane.
Like a funnel until it touches the ground.
It's insane. It's like the sky just came down and just decided to just eat everything. Mm-hmm. And Twister played a role in that.
It did.
Twister played a role in that. Because I watched it and I'm like, this is terrifying. But I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I wanted to, like, experience that. Like, even, like, first-hand footage with storm chasing. That's why I love, like, now we have, like, anyone can be a storm chaser.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You just put your own life at risk.
You're just putting right. There's no insurance.
No, there's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the footage that you.
But you can get paid doing that. You know what I'm saying? Selling your footage, your footage and stuff like that. When it comes to stuff like that. But it's just amazing, and like knowing climate change is happening, and our storms are getting stronger. That makes for more insane storms, insane weather, things you never thought you'd see. Like it even got to the point where like I was learning different types of clouds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cirrus, stratocumulonimbus. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just crazy and stuff like that. So, in that aspect, yeah. Sometimes a little part of me is like, I kind of, let's get this hurricane. You know what I'm saying? One, because for me, like now, hurricanes are like a wind down thing for me. Yeah. Even though there is still that, shit could go left real quick. Yeah. But it's still cool to experience that. Like, wow, I'm in this earth shattering storm. You see what I'm saying? Earthquakes, no, not for me.
Nope.
Because with a hurricane, you can be somewhere and feel safe. An earthquake, the entire earth
is quaking.
Like, you're in your house, you're outside, you're in your car. It doesn't fucking matter.
Nope. No, you're right. I agree.
The earth is
Fuck
shaking.
Fuck that.
You know? The earth is shaking. What do? You know what I'm saying? Like, lay on the ground? No. You don't know.
No, get under the table.
Bullshit.
Are you saying that's a myth, Jeff?
Bullshit.
Are you saying not Kansas? What places have earthquakes?
California.
Are you saying
that's literally the only place I know.
Are you saying California's lying? You're not supposed to get under a table,
bruh? That's crazy, man.
Bruh.
Especially when I be seeing videos, and I'm literally there was one where it was just recent. I think not the one in Mexico. It was a recent one. It was somewhere in that vicinity. Not Mexico, though. I think it was like Central America. Where they step outside and they're like, okay, we're outside. Mm-hmm. And you literally see the ground waving.
Wow.
And there was one part where the road buckled and then the ground just split both ways. So one part of the ground sunk and the other part of the ground raised up. And while that's happening, it's splitting open.
Wow.
That's terrifying. And this guy, like, he's filming people jumping over, like, to find the safest area, but the ground is crumbling.
Beneath them. It's
like there is
no safe area.
There is no safe area.
Fly, nigga.
So, like, people are jumping over the cracks, and the cracks getting bigger. And they're, like, calling for their relatives, come on, hurry up, jump before the crack gets too big.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's just kind of like, I'm just going to stand here. And as he's just standing there, the ground is separating from him in all directions, and he's just on a little island of stable earth. As the ground is splitting and raising and waving and all of that. And you look down, and it's just a crack that goes down. You don't know where it ends. Mm. You don't know where the ground is going to shift.
Which is why they always make that certain movies on where they say that California would split into two.
The fault line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because that's literally a continental plate. And which is crazy because California sits not on... it's on... No. I feel like California's on the Pacific plate. Yeah, California's on the Pacific plate, and then the North American plate starts after California.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, North America is joined together with California.
But that's about it.
But that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the big one happens, that's what they call it, the big one. Because you never know when the big one's going to... Because it could just start off as a little rumble. And this is what I always hear every time an earthquake happens, and it's on Twitter. They're like, oh, is this the big one? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so if it's not the big one, what they'll do is they'll just continue to.
They'll just continue.
Yeah.
But you never know when the big one.
That's true.
You can't, and that's...
You can't predict when the big one is.
You can't predict, right. And that's the thing with, like, earthquakes. That's a no-go for me. Because you can't just go on a radar and be like, well, yeah, this earthquake is going to be happening in, like, 3 days. Mm-hmm. And this is where we're going to track the earthquake. No.
It just happens.
It just happens.
And you just have to get your seismograph.
You know what I'm saying? It just happens. You know, even something like locally, like a tornado, you can still see it.
Yeah, that's true. You can still see it forming, coming down.
You ring the sirens. Yeah. Everyone get to your bunkers, your cellars and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then but an earthquake, that's literally the earth that's like, hey, fuck you, you know?
No, that makes sense. I believe.
You know?
So, in conclusion, Florida's the best state to live in.
Florida's best. Oh, I guess the only other scariest thing that we probably have, sinkholes. I remember back in 2011.
Oh, my God.
When the guy in Sebring, Florida was sleeping in his bed and a sinkhole opened under his house and swallowed him whole. I remember that.
No, he went to a different dimension. He's still alive, guys.
The sinkhole swallowed him whole.
We just haven't found him yet.
And you know what the craziest part about it is? The house was still standing. It's just that specific spot in the foundation, like, melted away and he just disappeared. They never found the guy.
Yeah, because he went to a different dimension. Stop playing, bro.
He went to go see the people at the center of the earth. The mole people.
The lizard people. Slither.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
Look at me, slither.
Oh, man. All right, man.
Bruh.
Let's wrap it up. We got to be up early.
All right, guys.
For this bullshit.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. Maybe the last time.
Yep. Right? Yeah, so we're going to try to put this episode... out today.
Oh, man.
This will probably be our... I'm joking. It's not last.
We're joking. This ain't going to be last.
This ain't going to be last. We're going to pop out another one before it...
I swear, if Jeff's house gets blown away, I'm saving the equipment.
Let me save the equipment.
No, Jeff, we gotta go.
Boys. Let me get one camera and one mic.
That's what I'm saying.
At
bro.
least.
We will save a camera and a mic.
At least.
If everything goes to
Bruh,
shit.
you know what? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah. So, no, I think, like I said, hurricanes aren't as bad as people put them out to be. As long as you're prepared and ready for them, it shouldn't be anything too crazy. I wouldn't over-prepare because some people just...
You waste. Hey, now you got extra groceries though.
Yeah, you got extra
shopping.
groceries, but then after that, you just try to return them, and it's like, right, bruh, you bought them, just keep them. But
wait, what?
Remember when the pandemic started, Jeff?
They tried to return it.
They tried to return toilet
Get
paper.
The fuck out.
They're like, oh yeah, we bought too many. So they had to send us out an email saying reject this toilet paper if they try to return it.
They tried to
return it after they purchased all of it. So that goes to show you how selfish the human being is. To purchase all that toilet paper just to return it. Jeez. So that means you never needed it in the first place.
That's the thing, power, man.
Yeah.
You want to feel like you're in control.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you want to feel like...
And then when we take that control out of you...
But that's the thing, it's like, okay, you have supplies now, right? People need supplies.
Yeah, but they didn't... They went back to return it. They want their money back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, now it's out of their control.
Exactly. Because now,
and they don't want that.
So
they always want to feel like they're in control.
So the power was taken out of their hands.
So to remain in control, take my shit, give me my money back.
Yep. Exactly.
Hell no.
So...
We'll let y'all know how everything goes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But thank you guys for joining us at the tabletop where telling the weather is a pleasure.
This man.
I just rhymed.
For your most accurate forecast.
Today on Tabletop Topic News, we will discuss the turmoil of Ian and the aftermath of the disaster. I'm just joking, guys. Thank you for joining us at the tabletop, guys. If you want to catch us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Deezer, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to take a look at our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we are on YouTube, Tabletop Topics, one word. And we also have our Clips channel, Triple T Clips with a capital T. And you can also catch us on TikTok, where we will consistently upload videos so you guys can check them out, and it'll be easier for you to view them. If you want to if you want to check out the full version of our episodes, then we will definitely have a link on the bottom of the videos for you to click on. Bro, what are you doing? I'm trying to sign us out here. You're sitting there doing the whole finger thing, like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, man.
You guys have a good day, night, weekend, and or evening. Thank you.
Thank you.